Hi everybody, it's Carol here from Stampin' Up, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome. Today I'm going to show you this little tiny box here that I got the measurements from Pinterest, and I loved it because it was all in one. I was a little Ferrero Rocher. It's dead cute and I love giving little cute presents to people. So what I did was I thought, right, I've got a chocolate orange and I would like to make the measurements for my chocolate orange. So I worked out how much I needed, and to make it long enough I worked out, here's my little bit of paper with my notes on. I worked out I needed a piece of card that is 8 1/4, which our card is, but then I needed it to be 13 3/4, and this is only just over 11 1/2. So that didn't stop me, because what I thought was what I could do is I just put some tape on one end, because why should we let the paper size stop us? I don't think we should. Take that off and then line up another piece and just line it up all the way down. There you go. And now you've got 22, 23 inches maybe, and all you want is 13 3/4. So, and my trimmer only goes up to 12 inches, but we will overcome, do not worry. So I took my ruler and I measured 12 inches and marked it with a pencil, and then so I need it to be 13 3/4, and so I took my 12 inches, marked it up at 1 3/4 and chopped. So I now have a piece of card that is the right size. I should maybe tell you, but I don't think it matters really. I'm actually a maths teacher. I teach in a college, adults who come back to college and their maths is they're not confident. So that's why I think that helps me work out some of the measurements. But you don't need to be a maths teacher, seriously. So the short side, I'm going to score it at 2 3/4, and this is the Stampin' Up scoreboard I'm using. So 2 3/4. Now it only goes down so far, so I'm only going down to the join, and then I'll flip it and go back. 5 1/2 inches, do the same, and just flip it round, and then just go to 2 3/4 and join it up, and 5 1/2, join it up, no problem. Go to the long side and do the same, 2 3/4, 5 1/2. So they're all 2 3/4 difference. I want 8 1/4, and then I want 11 inches. Put that back where it lives, otherwise you never know where it might end up. Now what I do now is I like to fold all my score lines, and because this is quite big, we'll burnish. I like to do this before I do any cutting because I find it easier. If you don't and you want to cut first, then you cut first. Do what makes your life easier. So lots of squares. There you go, easy. Now I'm using, decide which is going to be your lid. So where my join is, I think that will be my box. So then you turn the smallest width towards you and just cut up those two lines to the first score line. I'm sorry if you can hear the birds outside. They're going a bit mental because I fed them this morning. And what you need to do is you need to leave that one alone, and you need to, I'm going to turn it under, you need to wedge, make little wedges, and also trim a bit off. It doesn't have to be majorly accurate, it just has to be, it's just easier to make your box. Okay, there's another bit. Right, now this next bit you need to go from here in a diagonal and meet it up with that corner. That is where you get this lovely lid from. Absolutely gorgeous. It looks so good. So, and then what you're going to do is chop that one away. Okay, we'll do one side at a time. So let's just go up, up. Then what we're going to do is take that middle one there and just hide it so you don't cut it. Cut the wedges in. Cut a wedge in. Cut a bit off. Okay. Do a little wedge. Cut a bit off. Okay. Right. Now we need to mirror that. So we're going to cut, come down here and go from this corner. You can use your paper trimmer for this, but it's quite simple. And then what I did, I didn't cut up there, I just cut the wedge in automatically. It saves one cut. Always trying to save time. Then last one, so wedge. Sorry, that's my phone. Didn't think to turn that off. Let's get that turned off. There you go. That's my daughter telling me 2 PM on Boxing Day will be brilliant, which is good. Right, that's it. Pretty cool. So let's just, so you've got the lid here. So what you'll do is you'll bring that up. That'll come over. There's your lid, look. And there's your box. And it's all in one, which I absolutely love. Right, let's glue. Turn it over to the right side. Get some Tombow, because I love Tombow glue. I'm using glue because it's easier to position it. I'm just gonna, I am going to glue all 4 bits and then just do it as I go along. Okay. Right, so you want to line that bit up with that bit. Just hold it for a second. Do the same with that bit. You've got 2 hands, you can do 2, can't you? Of course you can. There you go. I hope you're all ready for Christmas. I think this will come out after Christmas, so I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas and got everything you wanted, because I'm sure you've all been really good. Then I take those 2 and I just bring them up and then I line it up. There you go. Well, there. Just hold that for a second, and my other hand is inside and it's pressing it all down. If you didn't, there you go. Okay, so you've got a base. Right, now the lid part, put the lid down, put the sides down and hold them, and then you're going to glue these 2 bits. So this is what I did earlier, because this is quite big. this videoing business, I'm ending up with all these projects that I keep doing, like ending up with 2 and 3 of them. I'm gonna have to find a charity to give them to, or the hospice. Right, put the lid, put the sides down. Okay, put one of them down, put the other one, so you're fitting it around the box. Hold it in, bring this one down to cover it all up. Okay, and there you go, there's your box. Alright, let's have a look. And it opens. Sure why that's like that. Just let's snip it off a bit. This is why it's easier to snip at the beginning. There you go, that's better. Right. Okay, now what you need is some DSP. Here's the one I made earlier. Hope you can see it. Right, the DSP, I cut 3 pieces at 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And what you need to do with one of them is cut it in half to get the side bit. So, oh, and the other thing I was supposed to show you, I'm sorry, was the DSP I'm using, Floral Boutique. I've got quite a lot of this because I am doing some projects with it for my classes, and you get 2 sides and they're absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be making quite a few projects with these in January and February. So, right, so you've got your 3 pieces. Let's bring in my paper trimmer. Just don't want the scoring bit. Line the diagonals up. Okay, hold it in place and then cut. Okay, you can use your scissors if you want to, totally up to you, and then decide. So I've got this side, so I think I'm going with the other side this time, just to be different. We like to be different. And you're just using Tombow again. You can use whatever you want, whatever glue you use, but I like Tombow. We've all got our favourites, haven't we? I think if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Tombow is your favourite. But right, so this is the front. So you're going to put one on the front like that. See, with this glue you can just wiggle it. You're going to put one on the top. There you go. And then these look amazing. You're going to put these on the side. There you go. Doesn't that make a difference? Really does. You could use all different colours and designs, even make your own designer paper. Right, okay, so what I used now is, I just thought a little daisy on the top because I quite like that. So I've got the daisy punch and some just Night of Navy card because that matches, and then just cut out, punch out 3 daisies. Okay, then what I did was I put glue dots on them. I think I'm running out of glue dots, and before I put glue dots I just did that just to make them some dimension, and then just put the glue dot on, twizzled. Then there's 3 different sizes, put that one on, make that dimensioned up, if that's even a word, Carol. Put it on this one, make it go. You can use tools for this, but you've got hands and fingers, just use them. There you go. Okay, looks cool. Now, one more. Okay, got it. That's the front, that's the top. And then of course, We need some bling. Bring in our rhinestones, which are so blingy. Put one of those down. There you go. Okay. Now we must do a little bit of stamping. I've got throw kindness around like confetti, and you'll notice, because I didn't want it to just be plain white, so let's have a look, see how we can do that, shall we? What we do is we get some white card and we get the stamp, and I used a stamp from Jar of Love, throw kindness around like confetti, because I quite like that, because when you give this to somebody it will be kind. Night of Navy ink, everything matches. Stampin' Up is wonderful for that. Get this around the right way, Carol. There you go. Okay, put the ink away. Then what I did was I got my punch, my 2-banner punch, and I liked the bottom one, but I've got it going up there. So this time, let's have it going down. Shall we? Yeah. Ready? Okay. So we don't want that one. We'll use that one another day. And then to get, so I've got navy bits at the either side. I just cut out, or punched out rather. Won't waste any. I punched out another banner exactly the same, and then what I did was I just cut it in half. Might seem crazy at the minute, but hang on. And then I put some glue. Whoop. And then lined this one up like that. Oops. I'll show you, hang on. And then lined that one up, and then just press, just pinch them so that they're the same. Okay, there you go. So you've got them like that. Dimensions on the back. Oops. And this is the one. That's the front. And there you go. Finished. Okay. So I've now got 2 boxes to give away instead of just one. And I've just chopped that bit off. I don't know what that is. There you go. I really like that. Take care till next time. Bye.